Joining me now to weigh in from New York City is America's accountant Dan Geltrude. Dan, there has been a ton of information going around about the rail worker strike. They reached a resolution right on time before they essentially kneecapped the U.S. economy and the supply system that we still are clinging on to. Was this tentative deal, a win?
From the standpoint of averting a rail strike, absolutely, because if we did have that strike, it would have been really devastating to the U.S. economy. But let's break down what the big picture really is. This was somewhat of a no-win as it pertains to inflation, which, of course, is the greatest threat to the U.S. economy right now. With the strike being averted, what does it mean? Costs are going up to get goods and services from point A to point B. Those costs are going to be passed on in terms of prices getting higher. What do you know? Inflation. If we had not averted the strike, what would have happened? Supply would have went way down because we wouldn't have been able to get products and services across the country. Lower supplies, what does that mean? Higher prices. Inflation once again. So to me, it was either a bad outcome or a terrible outcome. So if I had to vote, I'll go with bad outcome.
Bad outcome. And of course, this would have a drastic impact on inflation. And on that note, I want to play this clip. Biden did an interview with 60 Minutes. Biden does not seem to understand how bad inflation is right now, Dan. I'll let his words do the talking.
Mr. President, as you know, last Tuesday, the annual inflation rate came in at 8.3%. The stock market nosedived. People are shocked by their grocery bills. What can you do better and faster?
Well, first of all, let's put this in perspective. Inflation rate month to month was just an inch. The fact is that we've created 10 million new jobs. Since we came to office. We're in a situation where the unemployment rate is about 3.7%, one of the lowest in history.
So Biden says that we have to put it in perspective, Dan. This 40-year record inflation that you can draw a straight line to from the moment Biden was sworn in to now, you just have to put it in perspective, according to Joe.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. He might as well have been saying that, right? So look, he could try to spin this any way he wants. People are feeling the pain no matter how much you tell them you're not feeling the pain. For example, 1 out of every 6 Americans are behind in their utility bills. Now, is that going to get any better as we go into the winter months? Of course not. So you really can't fool the American people long term. What the play is here, Addison, is let's just try to keep a lid on things until we can get past the midterms, which is why everything you see coming from this administration is all about those midterms. By the way, he also announced that the pandemic has ended. What do you know? Just before the midterms. So this is what everything is about. We need to go past that and simply look at the facts. And the facts are that we're not going in the right direction. No matter how much he tries to tell us, it's not that bad.
I have this here from MSNBC. Joe Biden's approval rating for adults under 30 is up from 49% in July to 59% in August. And his disapproval rating, like on the same note, from 51% to 41%. Biden is essentially buying votes with our tax dollars by doing this, because obviously adults under 30, those are going to be a lot of the people who are having their debt wiped away at the Americans' expense.
Well, this goes exactly to what I was just saying before, that the decisions that are being made by the administration right now are all driven towards the midterm elections, right? So the Democrats are in danger of certainly losing the House and possibly losing the Senate. So whatever can be done between now and November is what they're going to try to do. So you certainly can't blame these students who are going to get, in effect, free money for not feeling good about that. Of course they are, but it goes back to who pays for this. So Are enough people going to be upset about this, meaning American taxpayers, to make a difference in the upcoming midterm elections? Well, that's what we're about to see. Are these young people who are being forgiven of this debt, are they going to go out and vote? Yeah, they may like Joe Biden more, but are they going to go out and vote?
Dan Geltrude, America's Accountant, always great to have you on the show, my friend. Thank you.
Thanks, Addison.